Alright, so set out from Escamille, the party did. Stopped at a tower, had a little run-in with some merfolk. Helped your resident assassin, whom of which you discovered was an assassin, and your alchemist aboard the ship. Complete a few tasks in the town of the town that the name has suddenly slipped my mind.
The town.
Sailing out from Birdfast. Took me a second. Been a minute. Sitting out from Birdfast after helping Terragus and your little alchemist friend known as Reggie. You guys found yourselves sailing into fog, where the captain called out to have everybody keep a sharp eye on the waters close by because it was very, very dense fog. And there was also the roll of distant thunder. That is when Lex spotted a ship coming along the port side of the ship, to everyone's alarm. Everyone scrambled to load the guns, everybody hopped on a gun, there was a volley fired, and as everyone was reloading on both ships, it got worse. You guys were rammed from nearly in the front of the ship by a massive, not massive compared to you guys. You guys are on the bigger ship. However, it was heavily armored and heavily armed galleon that Lex recognized as the Sparrow. Unfortunately, his father's ship, where you guys engaged a large, very, very heavy black metal automaton, actually golem, excuse me, not an automaton, a golem, large, huge metal golem, and to everyone's dismay, a beholder floated up over the deck. The fight was pretty nasty. Manus actually went down, where of which Jack actually helped rush over and helped save some lives there with a health potion or two. I actually don't remember how many. Somebody's got the inventory of the cloak written down somewhere.
I think we used 2 of those health potions.
But some health potions were slung around by Jack and Revian, and as everyone had their backs turned, worried about Manus, and watching this now strangely appearing figure that some of you recognized as the Weeping Man from recent folk tales and lore going around about ships being sunk in the Sarabi, as the Weeping Man. Recognized him as the Weeping Man. Lex, unfortunately, recognized him as his father's first mate from when he was still aboard the ship, as Berwin Derivina, whom of which now apparently captains the ship, and has some newfound powers, and is quite nasty. And then they bolted, leaving you guys heavily damaged, pretty dismayed, and disoriented. And a chase ensued across half the Sarabi, really. And after figuring out which direction to go, and some uncertain spirit guiding, you found your way to the city of Dunhalland, on the island of Recall, where the city guard led you urgently to the mountain on the edge of town that's just beyond the walls, where there's a big door, and they specifically told you that they stay out of there, because they can't get in anyways, because it's sealed shut, and nobody's been in here for centuries, as far as they understand. They didn't build it. It's been here since before the dwarves were here. And it could have been here longer than even that thinking. So, nobody knows. Except for the front door said Master Forge, which nobody is really certain exactly what that is. You guys found your way through. A fight ensued. Some puzzles happened. An earthquake room, the room that we're currently in, also happened for an hour straight. That was supposed to be like a 10-15 minute puzzle, but I won't.
White male.
It's more laughing at the situation rather than making fun of you guys. It was quite funny and
How long did
entertaining.
that take? Like an hour
It
and
was
a half?
it was an hour straight. It was like a straight up
It
an
was
hour.
an hour straight.
Yeah, it may have
Hour
actually
straight
been
puzzle.
longer.
Not
An
our
hour
finest
straight on
moment,
a
lad.
15-minute puzzle, which is funny but fine. You know, hey, it worked. It was a puzzle. It stumped you guys. That was good. Where we find ourselves now, the open doors into this what seems to be a spiral staircase that just goes up into the dark, gazing into there. Where you hear, as you all quiet and kind of look up inside of there, heavy panting coming from the other side of the room as the door lifts up. Jack, you've had a rough few days here. It's been like 4 days since you jumped off the ship for your own reasons, which if you remember, I messaged you all the details there. And you managed to escape in the confusion and craziness of them firing on the port city and them disembarking a bunch of their men and goblins and undead skeleton creatures, as well as the 3 leaders of the ship. Well, the 2 leaders and the golem, excuse me, went ashore with that group and kind of bulldozed their way through the city. And you kind of have limped your way onto land. I will say, point of note for you currently, I'm gonna say you have, so your main move, your top move on your sheet, which is expanded consciousness, you currently only have 1 focus, because again, it's been rough. And I'm gonna say, oof, I was gonna give you more than that. But you have 1 health currently, because you've been beaten to pieces.
Just let me heal up for a little bit and come back stronger, you know?
Yeah,
He does have the cloak,
have,
which still has 1 healing potion.
And I can heal him once he gets over here because I cast it as a rogue.
yeah,
not
you
a
guys hear
spell slot.
That's true.
a subtle panting at the back of the room, and a bleeding and beaten and bruised Jack stands there.
Cat! Where you been?
I just look over.
Get over here.
I just look over like,
Jack's here.
just like huffing and puffing and frustrated, and like I've had a very rough few days.
I can
I get my healing magic ready. I'm ready to go.
Did anybody?
It looks like it.
Did you figure out the token thing or no?
Yeah, you're a little bag. So, do you have the thing open? We're in this room in the top right now. I made you a little bag.
And you're right here.
Yeah,
What?
I made you a humanoid. is what it said. So I was like, that's perfect.
Oh.
You're a sack.
You're a bag boy.
You can be a sack.
Mag boy.
I thought it was funny.
He's humanoid.
I
the
thought
meat
you-
sack.
I thought you might enjoy that.
Where'd it go?
Oh, where the fuck?
Disappeared.
It disappeared.
Oh no, what the hell?
Here, I'll put it back.
All I did was touch
The
it.
sack lives. I don't know.
Actually, I think it would have
strange.
been better if you used the goblin face again. That was a good one.
Well, the goblin is currently being used for this situation that we're in.
Other
So,
thing.
That's important.
sack of Jack.
Sack of Jack.
I saw you
Sack
typing
of
sack
Jack.
of, and I was like, I know where this is
Sack
going.
of Jack.
I was also gonna say sack
Somebody
of Jack,
check-
but that was.
All right.
Somebody touched Jack's meat stack, and now we can't get it back.
Yeah, beaten, bruised, bleeding from like a cut over his eyebrow. Looks like he's definitely been punched a few times, being more than probably a few.
The remains of Jack.
What's left?
We found his corpse.
The pulp,
What survived?
the pulp that's left over that just kind of fused into a humanoid shape.
It would be funny if it's just like a. You guys know the joke about like taking something's name and just cutting it off, but like they lose body parts as you do. So it's just like leg, and then it's just like a leg in the head. I'm just imagining that with just like my head and just 2 legs, like no arms or upper body.
Have I had a rough day, guys?
It's like what was it? Princess Bride. Dear God, what is that thing?
Exactly.
Record scratch, freeze frame. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
You're probably wondering
Yeah,
how
Jack,
I got in this situation.
You enter the room to 3 paladins with their weapons drawn, Terragus, some of which you're already familiar with, typical cloak over his arm, hand on the sword on the other side, just kind of surveying the room, always constantly watching. Of course, he's not much use here in the dark of this fucking creepy old mountain.
It'd be like that.
What would you guys like to do?
Can I cast healing on Jack?
Yeah.
Depulp him?
I will say it'll take you. You'll be able to heal him without, because obviously you have the move that where you can cast your healing as a cantrip. So it won't be like an immediate thing, but you guys, I'd say you could probably spend about 30 minutes. I'll say like essentially a short rest. Take about 30 minutes to sit and just kind of heal him, and bring him back up to full.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So
Since
Jack,
we're taking a short rest, could I redo my mana?
Yeah, I'd say so. Go ahead. That's fair enough.
Since I'm focusing on healing him,
yeah.
I can't do my charge, right?
How much charge do you have, by the way, currently?
Let me check. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, hey, there's a good one. He's what's left over of a
Say if you
default
guys want
one.
to take a full hour, I'd say you could. Yeah.
I have 2 out of 3, so I'm
Out of
good to
3.
go if you guys are.
But yeah, I'll say
But if
30
you guys
minutes
wanna
if
take
you
a-
guys just want to heal him and then do some mana, some basic things. Full hour if you want to do the whole, all of it.
Can I screw with my diamond sword while this time is going on?
We
I'd say
can
yeah.
just take a full hour then.
It's not going to finish it, probably. It's only an hour, but...
Spare.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
because
they
you guys
are
can now...
hammering at something.
As you guys have moved
Yeah,
through
that's
this
true.
earthquake room and the earthquakes and the rumbling have stopped, you didn't realize it when you first entered because you guys were kind of fixated on getting the puzzles done. But now that it's been quiet and you guys have like settled down for a second, you've noticed that the clanging is getting it's a bit louder now. Not
well,
quite as
that's
loud as it was outside, but it is louder than it was in the entrance.
So we're
Alright,
getting
yeah.
closer.
I think I'd be good with just 30 minutes to heal up and get ready. I don't want to give them more time to prepare for us.
Okay.
If you guys are cool with that.
Because they definitely know we're coming because they left people behind us.
Yeah,
Behind.
and I'm sure there's going to be more, so...
Okay. And keep in mind, you guys have pretty much control over the paladins and Terragus. Of which I think I just remembered the spelling of his name. I could literally just look, and it would be not a problem. My tablet was not on when I first sat down. Hang on.
Well, you told me his spelling was Terrigus when I was typing it out.
Yes, that's right. That is correct. You know what? Just to be a posh bastard.
Full name.
He's Italian. Well, he's not Italian. He's Pontethan. he's Northern Pontethan. They pride themselves on those fucking names, let me tell you. All right, so does anybody have anything else they want to do? So we're doing mana. We're healing Jack up. And did we decide hour or 30 minutes?
I'm cool with just doing the 30 if you guys are. Because I don't want to give them any more time to work on whatever they're working on.
That would probably be the best idea.
Hang on, actually, Kyle, hold that thought, because I don't remember.
Oh, wait, was it a full hour that I'd need to wait?
Few hours,
it
yeah.
might be-
Yours is a few hours, so
Oh, no,
probably
never
not,
mind.
unfortunately.
I'll reset that back to what it was at.
Damn. I was going to give that to you, but it does say a few hours. If it was an hour, I was going to be like, whatever, pish posh. But no, it says a few hours, so.
Do you have a mana potion on you?
I think I do, but
do
I'm
have
actually
one.
not that low at the moment. I was just resetting it while I could.
You have the one that
Okay,
Reggie
cool.
said
That's
he
what I
wasn't
was
sure
gonna do with
about,
my
of which I
charge.
managed to lose the sticky note. How did I do that? It was in this
But I
book.
think I'm
Yeah,
good.
he made me a
Oh,
mana
yeah.
potion, and I've got a health potion too in my personal inventory.
All right, well, so whenever you guys are ready, just give me
Do
Sorry,
I
go
still have
ahead.
magic weapon?
until you release it.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
And your bots, don't forget we talked about it. Your bots are folded into a sort of pack on your back.
Yeah, I forgot to tell that to you guys. Like, Voithos and my other two bots are like folded up into like a robotic backpack on my back, and they
This
just kind
fucking
of like
song.
their arms pop out and stuff when I need them and stuff.
Need to take it out of this.
Drinkable Transformers.
You could
Yeah,
literally,
like-
oh yeah, Autobots roll out on the enemy.
Wait,
They're
what?
they're like the mini cons from Transformers.
Wait,
Thought
hold
I'd
up.
send
Wait,
you
hold up.
something interesting.
Hold up.
Just
Explain that
for
again.
the sake of it.
All of like Voithos and my
secret.
other two robotic helpers, they're like folded up into my backpack, and they like shoot out and like help me with my different inventions and stuff when I need
okay.
them.
I don't want to be that person,
Hammer
but that,
space.
those aren't mini cons. Those are target masters.
Oh yeah.
The target masters are the ones that turn into weapons.
Oh yeah.
Well, some of them actually turn
Yes,
into
backpack
heads.
hammer
and,
space.
you know, like there are some bots that are just so
Well, these guys,
advanced
they
that like
they turn
an
into
entire
small
head.
robots. Like they don't turn into weapons. They turn into little robots and help me with my weapons and stuff.
Makes sense.
What a
Why is he
what's
waking
roll
up?
out?
Yeah, that's why there aren't a bunch of robots like running around with me anymore. They're all on my back.
That must be heavy as hell.
You must have some strength. Same thought.
Must be.
I mean, Manus is pretty. He's a sailor first and a priest second, you know.
That's also why I said hammer space backpack.
Oh yeah.
All right, so whenever you guys are ready, just give me a marching order. Who's gonna go first and all that, and we will get underway.
Do we? All
I
right.
will be back in 1 second.
All right.
So whoever
What?
wants to go first up
He's
the
not back.
stairs. They're not super
Yeah.
wide. They're about like 10 feet wide, so you could probably walk like 2 people side by side if you wanted.
I'll take the lead if someone wants to walk up next. Walk up with me.
I'll go up next to him with quick step activated.
And I'm on Revian's back, so we're both next to him. Ready to be
Yes, but I'm
tossed.
carrying you. So quick step lets me react to stuff.
I feel bad for whoever tries to surprise us because Jug's gonna jump off your back, and then my 3 robots are gonna jump off mine. They're not gonna be ready for it.
Okay. Give me just a quick second. I'm gonna go check on him because
What?
this is the second time he's woken up in just a few minutes, and he's like just sobbing continuously. And I don't know what's wrong with him. He might be getting sick.
Go for it.
I'll be back in just a
Okay,
second.
yeah, no worries.
Somebody jumps up out to say boo, and I throw a possum in their face.
And then they just get
Oh, pause.
Tactical possum.
Tactical pause.
You guys ever heard of the tactical toad?
Be advised,
No, it's a
tactical
possum.
possum inbound.
Tactical
Is that how it feels like when you hit that
I
troll and,
punched the possum
you
once.
bounced off and cracked the rock?
Do you know what I just realized?
Eldritch possum.
If I throw you, anything I throw, I have an ability called Strong Arm. Any item you throw is treated as a piercing weapon, a ranged weapon, which causes 1d6 damage and has 2 piercing.
I really wish I was joking.
And
when
then if
say
I
this,
use
but
unstoppable force,
I'm being dead serious when I say I punched a possum one time.
Oh my god.
It was just because it was
I had
like
to
when
kick one.
because I was coming outside to throw the trash and the thing hissed at me when I looked over and it was just standing there on the walkway that I have to go down, and then I like my flight or fight response kicked in and I guess it just stuck with fight and I just punched it and it just ran away.
All right.
Jack,
So-
quick question.
What's up?
All good?
What's up?
No, he's
what's with you
fine.
first?
He's just I don't know. He's either really like extra tired, so he keeps waking up, or he's like not feeling good or something. I don't know. I stuck my head in there. I was like,
Yeah.
did one of these, and she's just like, just kind of gave me that. It's like, all right,
It happens.
because I went in there earlier before Colton got his stuff figured out, and he just kind of he was doing the same thing. It made no difference. He just kind of sat there and cried. I don't know. He doesn't seem to really. There's nothing wrong with him. He's not like hurting or anything. He just. I don't know.
Take a piece of cheese and throw it on his forehead. See if he shuts up.
Oh my god.
I come across a TikTok video where people were throwing pieces of cheese on crying kids and they just shut up and then go, "Ooh, cheese."
Ooh, cheese.
Not kidding.
Yeah, that's pretty
Anyway.
much what happens.
All right, so who's following?
My question.
What's up?
I have a question real quick before we go. If I throw Jug, does that activate my strong arm ability?
Let me read it. Let's see.
Oh,
Any
my-
item, well, he's not an item, so I'm not sure if it would count.
That
Any
depends on
item
how
you
you
throw
view me
treated
as a
as a
person,
ranged
I guess.
Oh my god. That's just the
Treated
sound
as a
that
ranged weapon,
that's the sound I
which
imagine
causes
making.
1d6 damage and 2
Just-
piercing.
Upon impact, the sound I imagine Jug making is just
It specifies
That'd be
throw, and which I think kind of overpowers item in that description there. So I'd say
Because he is the size
yeah,
of an
that's-
item.
yeah.
And then I activate my pure force gauntlets, and then I use my unstoppable force ability, and we just
so I'd say
destroy everything.
I'd
Just
say
throws a bullet.
he would just take plus 1d6 to whatever he's rolling, essentially.
Ooh, I could cast Blessed Weapon on your gauntlets.
Oh my god.
What does that give me?
You're literally just you're Hadokening
An
a
extra
possum. That's
D4.
pretty-
Yeah.
You know what that would get? That would give me. Let's see. It depends on what
Plus, you got
move I use.
Messy and various other
Yeah,
things.
I've
You got Messy attached to your gauntlets.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've got messy regularly, but my messy's even stronger with the gauntlets. So if I got all these abilities and used my unstoppable force just to literally go through everything, I would roll a
know,
D8 plus 2d6 plus a D4 with 2 piercing.
I can also enchant him with elements.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we're
You
getting
have
actually we're
an-
getting into Edgar levels of ridiculous. Fucking
Well,
What was all that
I
damage?
have the chance. Do what?
What was all the dice?
it would be a D8 plus 2d6 plus a D4 with 2 piercing, and then whatever fucking Lex would give me.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. I
That's a
can give him
D6 with 2 piercing.
That's just a beat stick
And-
right there.
And if
Oh,
I
you
put
would give me
sharp
a-
winds on you, that's another D4.
Screw getting a ballista.
two more
bro. You
piercing.
are the
And
ballista.
if you use your
Wait,
your gauntlets, which
do
give you
sharp
also
winds-
give you messy, it bumps it from a D4 of messy up to a D6 of messy, giving you messy
Yeah, that's
2.
that's the one with the D6. And Kyle, you said your abilities would give me another D4 and then what, plus 4 piercing altogether?
Yeah, no, because
The
I can
strong
I can
arm
enchant you
would
with
give
an
you
element.
1d6 and 2
and
piercing.
downward
The
tag.
sharp winds would give you 1d4 with 2 piercing, so that'd be 4 piercing.
And I can
and
add
okay,
more
4
piercing
D6
with my
just for me.
enchantment. I can add
Alright,
more
so total
piercing.
dice calculation is a D8 plus 2d6 plus 2d4 plus 6 piercing plus whatever Lex can give me.
Oh my god.
Was that including your messy?
That's
That was including my messy.
Oh, that is
All
amazing.
right, well,
Now, if I wanted to use if I got thrown and used my face me ground ability, I could probably bump it up to 2d8 and plus 2d6 plus 2d4 plus.
so who's following Manus behind Manus, Jug, and Revian?
I will. Yeah, I'll follow
Okay.
you guys.
Just essentially getting a
death.
yeah, just there you go, there you go. Proper
I
use of
think this
space.
might be a bit dangerous here, so I think I'm gonna leave Lupa here.
You could ever trail
Pull
up in
at
the
the back
back
of
if
the
you
pack.
wanted.
Okay, I don't think I was here for this. Explain who's who's Lupa?
My dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Dog.
describe,
Lupa
give
is
full
dog.
description because he can see her now.
Okay, full description. Okay, where is it? That's the road. That's the one I just sent yours. By the way, your reaction was glorious. I saw that.
That was a mixed reaction of like listening to that and also seeing that. I was like, it was like short circuiting. Didn't know how to do two reactions at once.
Hold on, let me copy image. There, Robert, look in the group chat. That's Lupa.
Roll a few dice and see what dice I'm gonna use. Shit.
Why does it look like it's gonna start
What a
talking
go.
in plain like clear English? This looks like something I would draw.
Maybe.
Perhaps. Anyways, it's an aquatic wolf.
I bet.
Oh, good. Still figuring out marching order though. Who's going next? Come on, we still got some shit to go through, guys.
I'm ready. Let's get up these stairs.
Who's next?
Lead the way, boys.
Lead the way.
I would say Yelsif, Bor, and Tulit possibly in the middle.
Yeah, let's bring. I was about to say, let's bring the paladins up with maybe Terragus too.
Oh.
Yep, totally up to you guys.
Yeah,
Jack, you
Jack on
place
the back
yourself wherever you feel like going.
And then was Lupa gonna follow us, or?
And don't
is
forget,
Lupa
Jack,
gonna
you're
stand
actually
up here?
kind of tanky because you have, as long as you
I
have
could have Lupa
focus,
follow. Yeah, I will
you
have
have
Lupa
3
follow,
armor.
true.
Without focus, you
Yeah,
have
that's
1,
true.
but with focus, you have 3 armor.
Okay, so what are my options?
Mind you, if anyone needs extra speed, you could ride Lupa. Just saying.
Oh, cool, awesome. Good
That
enough.
was like
They
the
kind of
main
filled
point
out, so
of that
I think you
figure.
ended up in the back. Last to speak, last to follow.
You want to swap out with the one of the paladins?
Yeah, hell
And
yeah.
scoot up?
If you want to do that.
Yeah, you can move up and switch with one of the paladins. The paladins and Terragus are your, like, NPC characters to move around as you will. So,
They're
wherever you want to
posse.
be. Alright, and if we're comfortable with this, I will ask everybody to give me a roll plus dex. D20 plus your dexterity modifier. I know it's been a minute since we threw dice at a table.
We forgot to check for traps.
It's an 18 for me.
How do I bring the dice up on this
Yeah.
version?
17
There are many
for me.
dice on this version. There's one that's just called dice. It's a little hollowed out D20
16 for
sitting
me.
upright. That one's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
a basic one.
Just
But there's
dice,
several
okay.
dice trays in this one that I've added in for you guys.
So which one are we
I'd
rolling?
use the basic one until you get the chance
Just
to
a
mess with it.
D20. Just roll a D20 and then add your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
This is a stealth roll, essentially. Should probably close that so I can see.
Oh.
I
that
got a
was not-
10.
that didn't look good.
Oof. That is a on the edge. Right at the last number failure.
I got a 16.
That's unfortunate. That +5, but damn. that low roll killed it. I'm sorry, I'm in the last remnants of that cup, and I really don't like the creamer. I have to get creamer for myself. She got one with cinnamon in it, and I don't like cinnamon in coffee. It's gross. So I'm trying to like get through it as fast as I can.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good mix to me.
It's cinnamon dolce. It's good. I can see why people like it, but I don't like cinnamon in coffee. It's just off to me.
I don't usually like coffee, but the other day my mother brought home a Snickers coffee.
Sorry,
and
I'm derailing myself. Focus.
Like-
Everybody focus.
Yeah,
that one's on
yeah.
me. So, as you
I'll
guys
focus when I get my Snickers coffee.
as you guys file into this tower, and I'm assuming, you know, of course, Manus has his lanterns probably emitting light, and various other things. I'm sure some people also have torches, this and that. As you guys begin to ascend through this extremely ambient music tower that is dark as you ascend, and it just keeps going and going and going, just keeps climbing, and just keeps climbing, keeps going, and you assume that this goes probably to the top of the mountain. And the clanging, ting, 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 is just steady and going. It keeps going, keeps going. And the silence is almost maddening with that sound. Almost like having somebody hold a clock to your ear. Just
almost
listening
like-
to the seconds pass by.
Almost
you
like
guys ascend.
audio.
So, what did Manus and Revian roll for the stealth?
I rolled an 18.
16.
16 and 18? Alright. I was just checking because I didn't get everybody's.
No.
I'm essentially just going to say who. So, you come to a doorway into a dark hallway. And of course, you have some lights here and there, but the main source being Manus's light. As you enter Fog Tool.
If anyone's trying to sneak around, I can cast shadow on them.
Oops.
Just saying.
That's if we can see.
What did I do?
Exactly.
I don't know. Looks
I
like you
don't know
reset
either.
the whole fog. Or just change pictures
There we go.
somehow.
Control Z for the save.
Oh, there you go.
Control Z. With a line.
There we go.
We're facing the wrong direction, fellas.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
just
anybody else
consider
have
that it
pesky
goes like
swimming going
around
through
and
their
then
head?
ends up here. But yeah, so you and Manus are essentially facing this door here directly.
So we're like
So
right
you guys are the
inside
first ones in the room there. And then the next ones following right behind you guys would be Jack and Lex. Sorry, I faced the bottom of the stairs to where it would make sense rather than the top. Oops. Accidentally clicked on some. But yeah, you guys just kind of open to a dark hallway. And you can really hear it now. It's loud. You swear you can almost feel it. The hammering. Ting! 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 And you do see, cutting through the darkness at the other end of the hallway, down this way, you do see a flash of like bluish, whitish light. More on the white side, but there's a tinge of blue in it. What would you guys like to do?
Are we
Check for
ready,
traps.
brothers?
Going on.
Yeah,
I
check
hear
the
the clang getting louder.
Who's checking
Check
for
for traps.
traps? You do have a thief among you. Thief class, not a thief.
Let's have them
could
check
use,
for sure.
I was gonna say I could use my earth stuff to ask to where the traps are.
Yeah.
But he was not completely forthcoming in the last room.
Because
Oh.
I made a
Hey,
mistake.
Targus! No, I don't yell that out.
Oh, hey,
Good
Terry.
clarification there, because I was about to say.
I do not yell that out.
Okay, so Tarragus.
We're trying to be quiet.
What is
Pull
it?
Tarragus
Tricks of the
out.
trade? No, that's pickpockets. No, pickpockets and disable traps.
Don't tell me he rolled dog shit.
No, I hadn't even rolled yet. I was just checking his
Oh.
stats. Yeah, he rolled a
I was
he rolls a
worried, too.
16. He gets a mixed success. He
I
kind
think
of
I found mine.
Tarragus kind of comes up and he walks down a bit, walks down a ways with that good roll of kind of lump in like a stealth roll for him, as he kind of steps forward and just quietly sneaks along, and he pulls his cloak up over his shoulder as he walks. And he's got his other hand turned kind of in a weird angle, but he looks practiced as he's holding his sword, and he's got his other arm ready for that weird blade thing that came out that you've seen probably once. And he's just kind of stalking up the hallway. And he looks down at the floor, and he kind of motions you guys towards him. Ooh, the ambience of Spotify hitting the notes every time. The really, really quiet one for the very tense
I know,
hallway.
it freaked me out for a second. I was like, oh.
I was like,
This is
where'd the
really
music
quiet.
go?
Oh, it's still going. It's just really quiet.
I guess I had it muted by accident. I don't know how that happened. Oh god dang it is quiet.
All right, what's
I was
next?
so hyper focused. Is everybody ready?
I'd
Because
say
I'm gonna
steadily
be.
head forward.
Can I switch my magic weapon from my gauntlet to Jug's gauntlet?
You'd have to roll your cast a spell to do so, but yeah, you can try.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go ahead and roll
In
that
that
up.
case, I'll also activate my gauntlets so that I can get my bonuses.
Would anyone like me to enchant anything onto them or anything they have?
Yeah, that was a 23.
My enchantments can
You broke
range
it.
from wind, water, ice, and earth. And shadow.
I will remind everybody before we go in there that there's more than likely a beholder that can stop magic. And we figured out on our last encounter that it depends on where he's looking in certain ways.
With his big
I'm not
eye.
sure which eye.
I think it's the big one, if I remember
Wait,
correctly.
is he strong enough to like disable all of us at once?
Yes.
It's
If
just
he's
an area
looking at
thing.
all of us.
It's an area
Yeah.
thing. We have to
Yep.
be in his line.
We're all
of
standing
sight.
in the same area, yeah.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
Wait,
if we
Robin,
could
you were
buff
there
the
for
hell
that
out
one.
of. Yes, he was. That was the last fight before.
Before
he jumped
left,
ship.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. If we can get in there and buff the hell out of Opossum, I
Throw
will
him
probably
right
throw it at his
through.
eye.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, my
Awesome
spell went
ballista?
through.
Don't miss and throw me off the tower. That's all I ask. Or wherever
I
we
think it's
are.
enclosed.
Is it?
I think it's enclosed. If I
I'm
cast
only
sharp
hoping.
weapons
I'll
on
have to
his
believe you.
gauntlet, how long would that last?
If you what?
If I cast sharp winds on his gauntlets, it just it says next turn, so
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's
until
a
the next time
turn
he goes,
one.
I take it.
Yeah. So,
Then
wait, is it until next turn or is it on the next turn?
on his next turn.
Okay, so yeah, I would stay. I'm gonna make some noise.
Okay.
I can't fix this unless I can hear the microphone. It does this buzzing thing, so bear with me for just a second. I'm sorry.
You're all good.
Ironically, I don't really hear anything.
There's like a
Yeah, I don't
humming
hear
buzzing
anything.
sound that you'll hear. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
I just hear ambience.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
didn't either.
It's just.
I'm ready.
I just hear the background.
Just the background music.
I'm ready.
It sounds like I just.
Oh.
It sounds like I booted up a Metroid Prime game, dude.
What? I don't know why that fell off. I wonder if something hit it. I don't know. It might be time for a new microphone, though. I'll have to take a look at this and try and repair it.
Maybe your cat smacked it.
Could be, but it spends most of its time by the wall. It might have hit the wall. I'm not sure. Okay, so you guys tell me. What are we doing?
I rolled
I
for sharp
rolled a-
winds. I got a 23.
Okay.
I got a
Yep.
23 for my moving my blessed weapon over to Jug. So
Okay. So,
So that's plus a 2d4.
let's bust the hell
so
out
make
of
a
this
note of all your
awful-
damage that you're gonna do when you hit.
Yeah,
And the-
I'm writing it down.
One of the D4s, which is sharp wind, will only be for one turn though. Keep that in mind.
I'll
Yes,
erase
but
it
it has two
afterwards.
The might of Phalos will stick with you as long as I can keep concentration. Don't you worry.
I'll concentrate as hard as I can for as well as I can see.
Oh yeah,
I
Walls
figure we're gonna
behind
turn
you,
on your
Bill.
hearing aid before we walk in that room.
that's what I was gonna say as well. Someone smack his ear.
Turn on the hearing aid.
Oh, do we need to tell
I
Robert about
guess-
that?
Also, Jack, keep in
Oh
mind.
yeah, he's blind.
Probably not right now, but Jack, keep in mind you do have quite a bit to tell them of whatever it is that you will tell them.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna wait till the right moment.
I'll say now wouldn't be the time, but I'm just reminding you periodically, just so we don't forget. Because some of that's
By the
not
way,
worth
Jack-
forgetting.
Jug is currently blind, and he's got a magical mechanical hearing aid that will help him fight.
Yeah, we'll say this
Give him
happened.
echolocation.
This is a quick flashback to
Oh,
the
I
next quick
can't
room.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's completely
I guess I'm
blind.
gonna head forward slowly.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what
If
I was
everybody
about to
else
say.
is
I'm
ready.
walking right. I'm with you, Revian.
show me where you're headed.
I
Guys,
feel it.
before
I am
we go real
empowered.
quick, I just wanted to
I
ask.
am
So,
empowered.
Eurus, about all that major stuff. I really don't like. I don't know if if it's very dependent, but I don't know if it's just something to where it's like, oh, by the way, guys, is there a way we can do it to where it's more dramatic?
What do you mean?
It's like build up for it,
Like a big reveal. Oh, knowing him, I'm sure he already has that
I'm
covered.
gonna say, it's essentially reveal what you will when you will at the moment that you feel it's necessary. It doesn't have to be right now. It can be later because there's a lot going on right now.
Okay.
That's just essentially, if they ask, that's essentially the information that you have to give. Is basically what that is.
I haven't asked yet because we were in the middle of something.
This
Yeah.
is essentially what I chose as the route to, because I hadn't quite decided yet, but this is essentially the route to that information that they don't have. And
Oh.
some of it isn't even fully revealing, though. And some of it they kind of know. But, yeah, as I said, discussions for later. So, who's stepping where? And I will expand as we move, just as we usually do.
Me and Revian are moving up, right?
Yup.
Okay.
About right there, because
Can't see any more past that.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a hallway.
You are. How far did his trap analysis go, or does he need to keep checking?
I'll say he can keep checking as you go.
Okay, cool.
So he'll be like right behind us, checking everything as we steadily move forward.
Okay. You guys lead the way. Just tell me when. I'm revealing things as you go. Something happens, I'll tell you.
Whoa, that jumped me. I was like, wait a minute.
And this is a corner right here that you're walking up to.
That's why I was going slowly towards it. Like,
yeah,
inching up.
I'll say since you guys stopped
Like right
to
there
do
at
a
the
couple
corner.
of spell exchanges, go ahead and I'll have Terragus roll. Manus and Revian, you guys also roll for stealth.
Okay.
That's a 16. That's a fucking 22. Yeah, he's good.
I rolled a 14.
14.
Okay.
Whoa.
Same.
You guys are
Crazy.
mostly stealthy. What's the decision here? What's next?
Mostly.
I'm gonna peek around the corner.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we peek? Can I have Voithos to like extend his head out off my shoulder and like peek the corner?
Did I extend up?
Without
Wait, I
revealing
can't
light?
see. Never mind.
You
Yeah, I
can't
don't
see
see
nothing.
anything.
I can't see.
I can't stop. Why am I
All right.
peeking?
So peeking in around the corner. Again, mostly, pretty much, you guys, you're as stealthy as you probably feel like you can be. I'll go ahead and give you some reveal here.
After all of the destruction we just pulled in that last room, I don't know if stuff is technically possible.
I'm gonna give you.
They don't know that we survived.
Yeah,
they
well,
probably
yeah,
think we
there's
got,
that
like,
element.
grinded up in there.
You have a point.
Hang on. Give me just a second.
Oh yeah, I
Started
forgot.
to-
We
Is that a
left a
torch
lot
in
of
the corner?
blood, didn't we?
I started to cut, but then I realized that you guys can probably see a little further because there is light in this room. Which is not like a whoa, but well, I mean it is for you guys probably, but not for me. I knew that. I'm gonna give you kind of a straight line of sight across the room. Of what you can see. As straight as I can get right there.
That looks like quite the large room. That
Oh,
is
shit.
a very large room.
Holy shit.
So what you can see is you get kind
Vanished.
of,
Yeah. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
you can see that floating eye creature sitting
Oh,
looking
fuck.
in this direction. Just
Can
waiting and watching.
Looking in this direction.
we launch Jug
And you
into
see-
his eye?
To your right of where Crawley is sitting, you can see a flash coming from that side of the room. Now, where it's still dark for you guys, it's not dark in the room, it's just you can't see there currently. Because of like angles and sight lines, it's not quite, well, that's not quite true, is it? Hang on. Because that would be, this is where the ruler comes in handy.
The issue currently with throwing
He's so
him
far.
at Crawley is if he's already got that active, the instant he comes around that corner, everything we've done to him is negated.
Gone. Yeah.
Unless it
And
doesn't
his
say coming. 'cause I
gloves
think
are
he has,
useless.
like- Well, I could, however, give him my sword just in case with the piercing and crap on it.
I'm
He's got his
still
own
strong.
abilities that make him
I
pretty tanky.
Yeah.
We just want to do one good hit to him, and then after that, I'll just start beating absolute hell out of him.
Now, unfortunately, he is currently 80 foot away from me.
Ooh.
Maybe
So
Where's
I
some
would
guy can use
have
to
to-
increase your accuracy?
to use my gauntlet and like rocket boost him towards him to give a little extra range.
I could also cast wind
I
on him
could
to make
use
him
magic.
go farther as well.
I can use my magic to yeet him forward. I'm just not sure if that would be within range of that.
Yeah, that's why I was offering my gauntlet, because I know that I can like spend a charge to
Oh.
like help with stuff. So
Very.
An air surf on a gauntlet.
yeah, literally.
There's the Miguelo. Magalo. Oh, that's what's happening.
Oh, also, I wanted to say,
Affecting the
if
room.
yeah,
It looks
he's
like
like
Magalo is pounding on the gem on the anvil.
Gotcha.
And it's an
So
enormous
he
anvil of like a strange kind of colored metal.
He
And
may
he's
or may not stop
holding this hammer.
pounding and start fighting us. If he continues, then we need to get the gem out of there before
Yeah.
anything else.
Can we see? Is Phoebe in here? Can we see her?
You can't see her from this angle. No.
Not in our angle.
Okay.
I will say it
so
has
do we
only been
wanna-
about an hour, so your compass, or it's been some time. It's been like a couple hours. You didn't feel her drifting away in that hour time of like traveling through the city, coming up through the mountain, into the earthquake room, or anything like that. When the compass feeling actually faded from that scroll, you never really. She didn't deviate, so she's probably still here, as far as you know.
So, do we want to try and get in and subdue Crawley as quickly as possible, or what do you guys think?
I have a
We need to-
question before anything else.
Yeah, what's
Am
up?
I still clunky and clumsy because of my magic armor?
It is only clumsy when it is on. Which is
And we're in fight, and I figured we had
which is
I had
only
it
a
on.
detriment to your, specifically your dexterity and movement, not necessarily your attacks, because it constricts
I would
your
probably-
waist, not your arms and your legs.
Not why I asked.
What's that?
Not why I asked. When he killed all my magic on the ship, that went away.
Oh, are you asking about like if
Am
your armor
I
is
currently-
working?
Yes.
No.
Fuck.
Right, so he's watching the
means-
door.
That means everything that we just did to Jug is moot. Already.
Gotcha.
Well, technically,
Oh.
he can't see us from where he is. He has to see us. So technically, it's still working, just not until the second you step out into the hallway. It's immediately everything's going to turn off.
He's losing it anyway the instant we go around this corner. Because I guess I'm no longer clumsy because I peeked and I was in his sight line even if he didn't notice me. So we need to just go hard and go at it. I'm not going to be able to
Can we
beat him
ask-
with magic.
Can we get the paladins to go in first since they're more martial based, and we'll like follow in behind, see if we can get some cover?
If they can distract
sounds
them,
like a
then maybe
plan.
you can throw me.
Yeah, that's what I want to be able to like. I think if we launch Jug hard enough into this beholder, we'll be able to.
I'll also say, just for point of note, while we're discussing magic and issues there, Jack, you'll also notice that familiar feeling when you first jumped ship, of when this creature looked at you, because you felt it before, but you weren't sure what it was. I rolled a lot of bad rolls for you, by the way. You were very confused for most of the fight against the beholder. You were not able to figure out which direction to run, and it sucked. Yeah, like it was all. I literally didn't roll above a 5 or something like that. It was awful. But you have, just like on when you fought on the ship that day, as well as when you jumped aboard their ship and this creature looked at you, your mind kind of goes fuzzy. You feel your typical connection go hazy. Yeah, it kind of feels like the tingling, almost like the tingling you get from your hands falling asleep, but like in your head.
That's not pleasant.
In the middle of this talk, we probably would have told him about the anti-magic thing.
Well, he was there.
In
He
relation.
it's just Robert wasn't there for
Yeah.
the actual play.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so he was there and he faced it. He just probably didn't. It took him probably those couple of days on the ship before he understood exactly what was going on. But I'm sure he's got it nailed down by now, what it's coming from. It's just a familiar sensation that I wanted to describe. If he's here, I don't even.
I'd
Robert,
say-
he might have stepped away.
No, I'm still here.
Okay, I was just checking. But yeah, familiar feeling from when this creature looked at you guys. For you, Jack, it kind of feels fuzzy and hazy and tingly, like your hands falling asleep, but in your brain. All right, so yeah, what's the plan?
I would say bring the paladins forward too. Shift a little bit out of the way and bring them up, since
I
their
feel like
things are not magic related.
You bring
because
Boar
I'd
up,
be
and he
completely shut down with that anti-magic field.
Boar kind of, I'll say, Boar being the leader, he kind of pushes up to the front past them, and he looks at Revian, and he looks back at you, Manus, and he says, "Are you sure? This is a full frontal assault? Is this wise? I will defer to your knowledge. You've faced these creatures directly."
Has anybody found an alternate way into the room?
Yeah, is
Right.
this the
Hole
only
in the wall?
entrance?
Are there windows?
As far as you guys know, I mean, the only other direction you guys could have gone in this whole, like, temple mountain forge thing was that alternate path that you guys faced in that split room.
I could run off to the alternate path and see where it goes. However, I could just consult the Earth Spirit and see if there is another way into the
See if
room.
there's an alternate room in.
Yeah.
Try it.
You gonna commune?
Yeah, go
We've
for
got
it.
Roll
to
your-
double
roll
time
commune.
it back to that other room.
Alright, rolling commune. Give me a second. I have to get my...
I'll say roll before you do that. Just do a wisdom roll just at base.
Oh, okay, wisdom rolls.
I probably would have suggested he back up to do this.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the roll that I'm having him make right now. To see if he notices the current
He
problem.
realizes.
Yep. Okay, so that would be a 15.
Yeah, you getting to where you just stopped, you kind of stop, and before you settle in to do your commune, you kind of still feel that, like, haziness, and then step a few more feet and find yourself reconnecting with the elements in true.
Until he's done, I'd say we're going to back away from the edge of this, or most of us, and just peek.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess I back up until I no longer feel that?
Yeah, I put you in your spot. You're good.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to worry about it now.
Alright.
Yeah, just roll your commune now.
Well, that's 10.
10 total.
Mm-hmm.
Spirits seem to be... dormant in this place, at least the stone. Been here long enough. But I will say, in this moment, taking this time specifically to commune with the stone or attempt to, I will give you, of course, because it doesn't answer any questions that you wanted to ask, you do feel just the sheer age of this place. But you feel that this place was for a great purpose at one time. You can feel almost the sort of glory it gives off, as well as the age. Something or things were made here of some great importance. That's a bit beyond you, but
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
How long would it take us to get back to that other room if we did want to just go quickly, check and see what was in there, and come back?
Several minutes of going down the stairs and then back through the earthquake room, which wouldn't take very long, but the stairs would.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like we should just go ahead and move up, and try and stop them.
I was gonna say, however, if someone did want to go back, they could ride Lupa and get there.
Yes, but whoever did it would have to have the ability to open said door and then make it through whatever's on the other side of said door.
Yeah, you have a point.
I think
That's
we
why,
should.
It would have to be all of us or none of us.
Yeah.
In this time, whoops, I did not mean to move that. While you guys are standing here talking and planning and thinking, Megalo actually picks up the crystal with his hand and he walks over towards the forge, the big smelter forge, where the two goblins are working the billows over there on the side, and he sets it on this rack on the inside and just stands there, waits. And then Berwin kind of walks over to the side and shifts over just to watch. keeping an eye.
Is Crawley just watching the doorway still?
Yeah, he's just levitating. The other eye is kind of looking around, and he's just watching in that direction. He hasn't quite seen you guys because you guys kind of did like a, just like a barely like peek around, kind of get an eye in the room. And he's not that sharp because that's many feet. Knowing what he's capable of is the whole reason that they put him there. They understand what they have a hold of.
We might not have time to go around.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah,
I think we do need to go ahead and act. I think the paladins need to go ahead and charge, and do what they can, and we can like follow behind and maybe find some cover. Or Lex, maybe you could make us some cover out of the stone around here.
I could, however,
magic.
if he sees me, I can't do anything.
That's true.
You're in the hallway and you had to back up to use your magic to try and commune. We're in his cone already.
Would my magic item, if I were to use it, would we be able to hide inside of it, and would his anti-magic cone be able to get through it?
Judging by how you guys are kind of in a adjacent hallway, you assume that if you wanted to open it, you probably have to do it outside of his vision. But it would, it might, if whether or not it would stay in his vision, stay active, is unknown.
Okay, we'll get to that point when we get to it then. Would this room be able to accommodate it, because it's pretty, I can't
from right here it's kind of hard to see. You don't see the ceiling from this corner though. And as you recall, the temple at a distance that you guys saw on the top of the mountain, it had like big, oddly ancient, that you would recognize, Manus, you and Terragus both, ancient Pontethan sort of columns, like the white marble columns all around, and that's where that flashing was coming from, almost like a lighthouse. Almost like the what is it called, the Parthenon temple, kind of like that.
Yeah.
But it's up on the top of the mountain with like some blue coloring on it. But in this room, I didn't finish explaining. In this room, you only see flat walls, but no ceiling from this angle.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
I don't think we have time to go around. We need to go.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, can we send the paladins to like lead the charge, and we'll back them up from behind, trying to find some place where we can stand where our magic works.
So
I would say have the paladins go down the middle, and we'll go after the skeletons and the people we can see on the sides right inside the door, so the paladins can get to the beholder and focus on him.
Yeah.
I agree.
Should Jug go with the paladins? Should we put him on one of their backs?
That would probably be a good idea.
Just so they're not like they don't immediately get shredded by the beholder or anything like that.
Ditching the throwing me plan.
I don't think we'd
There's
be
no
able
way to get you
reach
the 80 feet.
Yeah.
You're currently
Unless
attached to
because
shoulder.
the minute he would see it, he would the magic would wear off from my gauntlet. It would shut down.
Yeah, anything magic related is off. You guys are all physical right now, and relying on the skills of relying on the skills of the paladins, Terragus and Jug. That being of the physical.
Jug.
I do have my sword out.
True. So those few, and then Revian's sword.
Well, Manus' strength isn't high, but I'm ready to punch someone in the face with my gauntlet if they get too close.
Lex, was that a question?
No. I'm
Okay.
just saying.
I thought you asked a question. I didn't hear what you said. All right.
All right, are we
Is
ready?
this the plan?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. Before
At
charging
double
in,
dash, Boar could get to here.
okay. Boar looks around at all of you. This is him using an ability. He has an ability called Charge! Exclamation point. And he looks around at all of you. He says, "Deep breaths, everyone. Wind guide us. Stay strong. We ready?"
Let's do it.
Ready.
And then doing a sort of kung fu movie like spin, flourish, and dash. He kind of jumps around the corner, taking Jug with him. Juliet and Yelsa following him up. And where was it that you measured it already? Where they would end up at? There? Okay.
That's 12 spaces.
So I'll go ahead and I'll skip a
around
little
there.
bit of formalities here, and I'll say they all three kind of get right here, and then you guys, I'll allow you guys also some movement. Go ahead and do your starting movement here, and because you guys are kind of stuck in a shit situation with no magic and not exactly being able to hit anything, I'm gonna say that everybody has to roll initiative plus dex instead of anything else this time around.
All right.
That's an 18.
Okay. Don't forget to put your numbers in the initiative tracker, which is the 2 crossed swords in the top left. Click on that. Click on the number and type it in. So I'm gonna start rolling.
I got a 17.
Where was it? Where was initiative, rumble, clash?
Initiative is the little. It's the little image of a
The
man
little
next
cross
to the.
swords on the top screen.
Yes, and then when you click on your character to add it, you click on your character, and then when that bar pops up, it's pretty much in the middle, and it has a little plus symbol on it. It says Clash, add to initiative. And click that.
Wait, hold up. What initiative?
And then when you have the initiative screen open, you actually click on your character token, and then when you click on it, there should be a little bar that pops up, and in the middle it says there's a little pretty much in the middle next to the glasses. Click on the little thing that has a plus that says add to initiative, which is not doing anything for me for some reason.
Yeah, it's not doing anything for
fuck?
me either. All it says is add to initiative and remove from initiative.
Mine is not working either.
Strange.
Oh wait, excuse me, that's not it. I'm wrong. Not Clash. It's so when you click on your character token, it's furthest to the right. It's the little note symbol on the far right. I steered you wrong there. New software, sorry.
It happens.
Okay, I got Yelsiv on there. I thought I did. I think you clicked it right as I did.
But I might have.
There he is. They're back on there.
All right. I might go ahead and I'll go ahead and throw everybody in here, and we'll get all initiative rolled in all at once. Okay.
On there now. Does Lupa goes with on Lex turn, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I believe.
That is a bit loud.
So Jack, what's your initiative roll?
I'm still trying to figure out how to do that because it won't let me.
Plus Dex, just a D20 and plus your Dex.
Let's see. Wait, I thought. Yeah, you're in the initiative, so you click on the number and you actually physically type it in. So whatever you roll your D20, add your dexterity, and then just type in whatever you roll.
Okay.
And your dexterity is 5.
Add your dexterity.
5.
Okay, what was my dexterity? I don't remember my modifier.
21. You go first so far.
Yours is a +4 for Lex.
Oh, so that would be 14 for me then.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna start rolling some
Heck yeah.
for. Let's see. Hang on. I only want the ones of everything in here for the monsters.
Okay, so do I go first or does Lex go first?
That would be.
Well, we're all moving up, and it'll be you.
Yeah, you definitely go
so
first.
Far,
You have
depending on what
really
they
high
roll.
dex, and you rolled a 16. So yeah, you're definitely going first.
So far, it
Yours,
would be you, Manus, then Jug, then Pervy, and then.
I love that Jug is really high up on the initiative list despite being blind. I
That
can feel
actually
that.
makes a lot of sense.
I'm tensed and ready. I'm going with the flow.
He was expecting to be thrown, so he was just like, yeah, ready for violence.
He was prepped.
My body was ready.
So I gotta roll. Let me go down the list here. I gotta do Terragus, which is a +6, I believe. 17 plus 6 is a number. Got +6,
23.
so that's 23.
I got him.
Okay, and then Tulit. Which tabs? Tulit is a 11.
Got him.
I'm gonna go into Yeltsin since we're doing the paladins. His is an 8, and Boar is I'm gonna say his is also a +3 for this since I did that for them. Oh, 6 for him. Damn. All right, and
Damn.
They could
That
not
is
catch
not
a
just kind
break.
of descending rolls there, and then here I'll pull the
So far, it's going further down the longer.
I'll pull the good die off. This one rolled a natural 20, so I put it in the king's chair.
So basically,
Megalo
initiative is like agility in a Final
do
Fantasy.
next. Yeah, sorry, there's a lot of moving pieces on the board here. This is you guys have walked into stuff.
We've walked into a small war.
Make it a lot
Yes.
bigger, boys.
We should be able
That
to
is
see a lot more,
21 for Megalo.
though. Shit.
Oops.
Oh my god.
Actually, I need to look at Yuris's chat, my chat with Yuris again, so I can see Lupus stats, so I actually know what.
Yeah, I have them written down. Next, I will need to do Berwin. Oh, he's already right there. I was already looking at it.
There it is.
His is an unfortunate 8. Where you go? Raleigh
He can't
is
see what this
next.
is.
Crowley. Damn,
You tell
Crowley's
me the
getting
number, I'll put it
shit
in.
rolls for his initiative in both of the fights. His is a 4.
Good.
And then
You can't see shit.
Goblin
next is the goblins. Wait, one goblin.
number 2.
One goblin for the initiatives for both of them. There we go. That'll be way easier for them all to go on the same turn. Goblins.
Fast.
Goblins.
Huge. Oh god, I forgot she was huge. Okay, she's like a freaking warg. Okay.
19 for the
forgot.
goblins.
Yeah.
Skeletons.
14 for the skeletons. And 7 for the fighters. And for the fighter and the ranged fighter. All right. Okie
Always
dokie.
at the end.
Holy.
It's.
So what can we see?
Let me open the
what
room
can we
up for
see?
you now that we're in this shitty situation you guys have managed to get yourselves into.
Oh, why is my owlbear lagging like massively? There we go.
I was more worried about the lagging I was hearing than seeing.
Oh boy. That can be good.
Somebody's
No,
lagging.
because it was Jackson. When you were
Shouldn't.
talking earlier, you were. It may be my internet on my side, but that's why I said
Get
I
this
was
shit
worried.
off my screen.
Strange.
Okay.
He sounded relatively fine to me. He did lag once or twice.
I imagine there'll be minor lag from all the stuff I have open.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too crazy, but here, I will gradually open up the room as you guys choose your strategies. Because, who's up first, actually? Oh, hang on, I don't have initiative open on this screen.
Argus.
Yep. Dude.
And if I had run in there like that, seeing that rock, I probably would have come over here. There's not a path on the other side, unfortunately.
Interesting. Jesus, owlbear is slow for me for some reason.
It's a big map with a lot of cuts in it.
Yep.
That might be part of it, because I have the multi-layer thing on.
Oh.
Could be. I don't know that
I
that's
guess
the...
I do have like 4 tabs open in total with owlbear, my dice roller, and then my play sheets.
Don't forget, there's a bunch of dice rollers in here, too, that are... There's several. There's like 3 or 4, I think, that I've added in this.
I usually
use if need be.
don't use owlbears because it usually screws me over.
Well, this is it's an updated version, so it might not. There's also the witch dice one that looks like a bunch of stacked like d6s. That one is just you click on your die and then you click the button and it Just gives you a number like that.
Does it?
Oh.
Yep.
It's the furthest to the left
Might
for
make
me,
it
but I
slightly
don't know what it
easier.
looks like for you guys. But it looks like
Right
spiral
beside the player's tab
D6s.
for me.
Yeah, that's where it is for me. All right, so Terragus is up first. What do you guys want Terragus to do?
Um,
Why is my keyboard up?
probably go after that skeleton if you can.
That's what I was gonna say. Have him bum rush the skeleton.
That or the fighter.
Okay, hang on, I'm gonna leave
Or
that
any one of the
screen
two.
right there, and I'm gonna switch over to my DM one. Make it a lot easier for me. Okay.
Got 2 goblins, 2 skeletons, a ranger, and a fighter. And then the other 3.
All right, so Terragus is going for which skeleton? The skeleton 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna cross that distance. That's what is that? 5, 10, that's half his movement. And then he's going to attack.
He does that.
He's gonna do hack and slash. He's got a precise weapon, so it's his dexterity instead of strength. That doesn't help because he rolled a 10, because he rolled a 4. It starts again for him. Dude, he's got no
He
fucking
can't
luck.
see.
Oh my god. He has no combat luck whatsoever. Alright, next is, because I mean, at that point, just to fucking move on. Next is Megalo, whom of which turns and looks at Berwin, and then torso first, and then his legs turn with him as he turns around and faces the back end of the room. And you hear Berwin call out to him and says, "No! We are leaving. We're not fighting them. Grab the crystal, and let's get." And Megalo is going to pick up the crystal, and because he's picking something up, I'll say he only has his base movement instead of double, so he's going to go 5, 10, 15... Could he stand there? I think he could stand there. 20, 25, 30. But yeah, that's his full movement there. Where was I? Next up is Jack. Jack, what would you like to do?
Sack of jacks.
Jack the Sack?
Probably. I'm trying to give me some ideas, guys.
Don't forget you have I'm
anything-
reminding you of this because I also kept forgetting. You have Sword of the Mind, which gives you a little bit of extra damage, and elemental damage, which is elemental damage on your what is it called? Telekinetic strike.
However, would he be
Well,
able
if
to
you're quick
do
enough-
that? Doesn't that count as magic? Or does it not?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the cone. My biggest
If you can
advantage
get
here.
far enough left or right,
This is
you can
gonna
probably
sound-
get out of the cone.
Yeah, you guys are
There's
currently
something.
physical, as far as you
That's
can
what
feel.
So, it's gonna sound like a bad idea, but I want to try and punch him.
Which one?
Punch
Where
who?
is- Oh, there it is.
You've got 6 squares of movement, I think.
From where you are, so you could probably punch either the fighter or the skeleton 2.
I'm gonna punch the fighter.
Go over and punch the fighter. All right, roll hack and
Do you have
slash. So
any sort of weapon at all?
D20 plus your strength.
No, I'm just gonna straight up sock him.
Oh boy.
D20 plus your strength.
Yeehaw, let's do it.
Ye olde bar
I
fight.
would have kicked him in the
no, wait,
nuts.
that's a wrong one. I did the wrong dice. There we go.
I saw it. I was like, what?
15 plus 2. That's a 17.
Yeah. All right. 17. Yeah, that is a success. Go ahead and roll your damage die, which is, let me remind myself as well as you, D6. So roll a D6.
Okay. 2.
Okay. Fighter 1. Nope. That's Fighter 1. Yeah, you run up
poked
and
him
you
in
just
the eye.
fucking just hit him across the fucking head, right in the cheekbone.
It was like that little slow-mo anime thing, which is the punch. Ooh.
All right. So he gets socked. So, oh wait, hang on. I forgot I have this thing that I can use to show myself where I am. So, I don't think you used all of your movement. Do you want to move anywhere else? I think you have about 15-ish feet left. 15 or 20 feet. I think 20 feet.
Can I move over to Tullet a little bit?
To Tulit? Yes, I think you have about 4 spaces, 20 feet left of movement, because you didn't move very far. Okay.
Can I move right there?
Next up is the 2 goblins on the other end of the room. Some of which are both going to hardcore. I'm going to say they're going to double move towards you guys, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 45, 50, 55, 60. Double move again for the other goblin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21.
Holy shit.
Doesn't quite make it. But the other one is kind of getting up in your face. The ranged fighter is not his turn yet because it's the goblin's turn. So they double move to get up there. They don't actually take any actions against you guys. Next is Manus.
I'm still in the cone, right?
Yes,
You're
as
directly
far
in
as
front
you
of him.
can understand, the big eye is still looking in your direction.
Alright, I'm gonna move here.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I make a check to see if I'm still in the cone?
Yeah, roll plus wisdom. I had the sense this time to set it up before you guys saw this room and put it private so you guys can't see it.
Wow.
Smart by me. And also
Smart.
Albert
Plus
2.0.
wisdom, right?
Do what?
Plus wisdom, right?
Correct.
19.
19, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell that you're out of it. You're out of his the angle to his left on your right.
Would I be able to spend a charge to attack Crawley and launch my fist like a mortar shell at him? Like launch it up in the air so it arcs over and just punches him into the ground?
Yeah, definitely. Looking up, you can see
Do
now,
any-
like, where it goes up. Not quite as tall as the earthquake room, but it does go up a ways. It's a pretty tall room. Where it goes up, the walls kind of shear until they hit what looks like some kind of outlet for the smoke of the forge and ventilation as well. And you can see those those old-fashioned, very ancient Pontethan stone pillars of marble. Because that would be, yeah, that's only 40 feet. Yeah, you can
45.
definitely hit
Yes.
that. Just a rough measurement of
Alright.
what I did. You're good.
Cool.
So that would be
So
plus.
I rolled
Oh, you're
plus-
spending a charge, correct?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
want to like launch like a rocket fist down and just punch him into the ground like a mortar shot.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Go ahead and roll plus your intelligence to do a volley.
It was a 19 plus 5. Yeah.
Okay, and roll your damage.
2.
Find him. Okay. You're arcing down and it hits him and he just, like, a couple of the eyes like slither over and look in your direction on the side of him. It doesn't seem to be as effective as you wanted it to be. But it did hit. Alright, up next is Jug.
Who has his hearing aid on, so he should be able to
Yes,
see.
he's able
If he
to
moves 6 squares forward, he
yeah,
should
he's
almost
able
be able
to
to get Crawley.
to roll to try and suss out a direction or
Oh,
try
yeah,
and hit
he's gotta
something on his
roll. I
own.
forgot of that.
Yeah, he's got to essentially
What should I-
disadvantage.
Alright, what
There's a
what
goblin.
should I roll to try to suss out what's near me?
You don't have to suss it out. It's just whatever you do, you'll have to do at disadvantage. Basically, the equivalent of disadvantage. Unless, of course, somebody takes you by the shoulders and like points you in a direction. But I'd say that probably had to be kind of a dedicated thing.
Alright, who am I with? I went out with the paladins, right? Who am I
with
next
Boar.
to?
You're with Boar.
With Boar? Okay. I guess
You're
I'll
about
look
there's
in
a
a
goblin
directional bag.
2 spaces in front
Boar,
of you.
which direction? Just which? Oh, I'll ask Boar in character. Boar, which way should I go? Tell me where to attack, and I'll head that direction.
You want to hit would you like to hit a goblin, a skeleton, or the big scary eyeball thing?
I think my skills will be useful against the big scary eyeball thing. Wait, which way is he at?
Let's see. That's tricky because he's at an odd angle. I'll say he'll set you in. I'll say he can set you in the next space.
Force.
I'll give you that. I'll let him set you in the next space over so that you can charge at him. And he kind of turns you a little bit. He says, "Go that way, straight ahead."
Go that way.
I know. And I fucking charge. Just
All right. Since you're with him, you take advantage of his charge ability, which gives you +1 forward. So you get an extra +1 from him.
Okay.
Like you fucking need it.
And I roll at disadvantage.
Yes. No.
Okay.
You've been pointed in direction. Just single roll.
Okay. So I get +1 to my roll. That'll give me a +10. 12.
Oh,
Fuck.
And then just a barely success.
wow.
Barely a success.
Oh my god.
That's
I rolled a 2.
All right. Roll
Oh
your.
On my 9
Oh
plus
my
9
damage.
plus 1. Alright. Unstoppable force. I get 98 and I get a plus the D4 because I have messy naturally. So yeah, I also take a complication.
Okay.
I'll take damage from this.
Scary eyeball thing.
But I do 8 damage to anything in my way.
Okay. Are you stopping at 30 feet or are you stopping at Crawley when you hit him?
I guess I'm stopping at Crawley. I'm just like, I think, yeah, I'll stop at Crawley. I can see with my sensors.
Yeah, that would leave you at his face.
I'll bop him where he should have a schnoz.
And you said it was 8 total?
8 damage.
you punched his underbelly. If he had nuts, he'd be crying.
I aim for his eyeballs.
Jump.
All
He's
right.
floating in the air.
Let's see. So Jug charges him, knocks the shit out of him, and that hit seems to make purchase, and it didn't. He definitely didn't like it. Next up is Revian.
How much? I
We've
took
already
the
done 10
complication
damage,
damage.
that's
How much do I
fine.
take?
Oh, how much do you take? Okay. Hang
Yeah,
on.
because I deal damage, but also since I rolled a mixed success, I took the computation. That hurt to take
So I'll
damage,
give you one of his
but I take half.
physical damage dice instead of because he does have some physical moves that he does. Yeah. He does best of 2d6 on his basic with 1 piercing. That's
have
5
1 armor.
plus 1, or no, not plus 5 with 1 piercing.
I have 1 piercing. I have 1 armor, and I take half damage. So would that be like 2?
Yeah, that'd be 2.
2 or 3? 2 or 3?
I'll say 2. Because it was kind of it's the result of a move. I'm not going to be greedy on that one. Alright. So, Revian, what would you like to do, my friend?
From where I'm standing, did my armor reactivate?
Yes, you did notice your armor reactivate. You do have a bit of a cheat sheet to tell when you're out of the
That's
thing.
what I was thinking too.
Yeah, you and Jug have kind of a quick, easy answer to the question.
Would I be able to notice that Revian's armor turns on and off?
Yeah,
I'm standing
yeah.
close
If
to
you
him?
guys want to like marking that, I'm sure you guys can try and use that as your point of anchor to
Yeah,
tell when you've come
yeah,
in or
I
out
would
of the.
definitely. Manus is a very analyzing person. He would definitely notice stuff like that.
Okay, absolutely. Ow! Eye twinging. Ow.
I'll have to be told whenever my stuff's on again, so I can deal the additional 4 extra dice I have.
All right. So what are we doing,
Smash.
Revian?
Oh, debating.
Next turn.
Well, Where's that? I guess I'm gonna come up here and I'm going to slash at the skeleton with my sword.
All right, hack and slash plus wisdom for you.
Yeah.
Which that sword actually does a lot of good for you in terms of physical.
Oh, I know. That's a 21.
21,
Ooh.
Very good. That is a full success. So add an extra d6 of damage. I didn't miss anybody on that, right? Don't forget, if you roll over if you roll a 19 or more, it's plus 1d6. And natural 20s are full damage on your base damage die. Don't forget that. We gotta make a group effort to remember that.
No, yeah.
Does the nat 20 also include a plus d6?
Yes, the natural 20 does also include the plus 1d6. It just you do full damage die.
I had that one written down. I didn't have it.
6, and it's a d4 messy, so let me roll that.
Yes.
7. Oh wait, no. Plus the 2 damage for it says 2 damage, 2 piercing, and 1d6. So that would be 8, 9.
The piercing is piercing on its own. It's not added into the damage. Keep that in mind. That is just how much armor it will go through.
I know. You put
just clarifying for anybody
and
that
then plus 2 piercing.
Just reestablishing it for anybody that wasn't familiar. Okay, so you do 2. Okay. So you have 2 piercing, and you did. What is your damage total?
9.
9. Okay, very good. So math. That is that much. Okay. So that, and then more math. Not my strong suit, but there we are. All right. Yeah, that was a strong hit. Wait, are you hitting the skeleton or are you hitting Crawley? I don't know if I asked that.
I can't hit Crawley with a sword from that distance.
I forgot you were using your sword. I was actually sitting here when I asked that question trying to remember what you were using. I couldn't remember properly. Okay. That answers my question.
I think my internet's not liking me.
Uh-oh.
Let me say, and the skeleton 1. Yeah, so skeleton 1 does definitely for sure drop. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, with that clarification. 1 skeleton down. Very nice. Is that your full turn?
What I just said?
What did you just say? I heard you mention your internet.
Yeah, you froze completely and everything went quiet. For most of what you just said.
Okay, well, if
it's like me issues. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know why it's happening. It's really weird.
I don't know.
Without him in the way, and I only moved like 10 feet, I think.
Yeah, you moved like, I think literally 10 feet. You've got another 4 spaces,
so
20 feet.
I will probably... 1, 2... I'll head over this way. So we're a bit more spread out in case he decides to turn.
Lex, you're up. What you got, pal?
Ooh.
You are currently unmagicked. So you do have the ability to take your move and use that for movement as well. So you can go 30 feet and then another 30 feet. But you won't get to like attack or anything on your turn.
I am riding Lupa still, aren't I?
Yeah, and I'd say she has 40. So if you want to ride her, she'll do 40 feet.
Okay, I'll ride her.
Okay.
And 40 feet, so that's about
keep in mind, for your base movement, you won't be able to move if you dismount. That'll count as your movement for your individual movement for the turn. To dismount.
Okay, this is awkward. Okay.
you can dismount in the same turn. I'm just saying you won't be able to like slingshot yourself or something.
Okay, so from here is a good spot. I still have my throwing knives, don't I?
Yeah, if you never got rid of them, you still got them. I don't even know if you marked any off.
I don't think I did, actually.
Because that's an option on volley, not something that you're required to do.
I did not write down how many I had.
You have your special daggers and your throwing daggers.
Yeah, my throwing daggers. How much of them do I still have in my stock?
I think it comes as 3 ammo. Hang on, let me hold on. Terragus Thief has throwing daggers. I believe it has throwing daggers. I think I'm wrong. No, yep. 3 throwing daggers.
Okay, 3 times.
Why is it specifically 3? So I guess it's 3, not a checkmark box or ammo. You have 3.
Oh,
you can throw. And keep track of that, I guess. I didn't know it was so specific.
I'm going to throw one directly at the goblin straight in front of me. Goblin 2.
Past boar?
Yes, past boar.
Okay.
I'll like move a little bit to the side so I can fire around him.
I'll allow it because this isn't D&D. We're not D&D yet. I'm not gonna be that guy. So go ahead and roll your volley.
Okay. Let me look at the leash stuff real quick just so I can get a better idea. Okay, yeah, dexterity. What was my dexterity modifier right now?
Yours is +4.
Alright, I'm switching to owlbear. This is screwing me up. Alright, that's about an 8.
Oh, that's your volley roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a whiff. You're down a knife there. Kind of flings past him, hits the ground over on the other side somewhere.
Unfortunate.
All right. So does that conclude your turn? Because that's your movement and your move. So next up is Tulit and then Yelsif. What do you guys want the 2 paladins to do? Tulit is first. And Tulit has, let me go over to his little thing that I made. He has Lay on Hands and Set Up Strike, which is hack and slash, choose an ally. Their next attack against your target does plus 1d4 damage. So whatever his target is, when he uses that to attack, or whenever he does attack in general, whoever attacks after him, the same. So if he attacks that skeleton, or where the fuck is he? If he attacks that goblin, whoever else hack and slashes against it is going to get I don't even remember what I said. Plus 1d4 damage. A little bit of extra damage against the goblin. That's saying if he attacks the goblin. It's up to you guys what you want him to do, though.
It's probably better for you guys to decide. What
do you guys think? Yeah, because it's Tulit, then it'll be Yelsif, and then Bor comes later on. And Yelsif has defensive moves.
Ooh. Defensive.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably have Tulit go after that goblin right next to him.
Okay.
What did you say his abilities was?
So how his works is called Setup Strike. When he hack and slashes, whoever attacks the same target after him gets plus 1d4 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, so if he hits something, if somebody else hits that same target, they get 1d4 extra damage on top of whatever else they roll if they manage to hit the target. So
I would say have him attack that goblin and then head down to try and help with Crawley. That way one of us can take out the goblin next round. Possibly. Since they've already did their move this round. That way his extra damage could go towards Crawley.
Okay, let me roll for him then. Let's see. That's a nope. Rolled a 2.
Damn it.
Yeah, so he's swinging a miss. Engaged with this goblin. Yelsif is next. He's over on the other side by the skeleton 2 and Terragus. What would you like Yelsif to do?
Yelsif was defensive?
Yeah, he's more defensive. His is Bloody Aegis, which means he can take a hit pretty bad and be fine. And then he has Staunch Defender. When you defend, you always get +1 hold, even on a 6-. That means like he could benefit one of you by standing near you and trying to like take in damage or block or something. Essentially, using the defend move is a good idea for him. The defend move. Let me read the options. So when you roll, where the fuck did it go? When you roll defend, redirect an attack from a thing to defend. from the thing you defend to yourself. So he could stand in front of one of you guys, take the damage instead of you. Have the attack's effect or damage. Open up the attacker to an ally, giving that ally +1 forward against the attacker. Deal damage to the attacker equal to your level. That is another option.
I figured Terragus could probably go after the skeleton his next round. So either the goblin or the ranged fighter. I know that he can make. Actually, he can make it to a Crawley and help protect Jug. How's that sound, fellas?
Sounds alright to me.
Okay. So Yelsef going to Jug, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, so he's there. Do you want him to use defend, or do you want him to do something else?
I would say defend, because Crawley's turn's coming up.
Okay.
And there's no telling what Crawley's going to do.
That's 19, so yes, he gets... I believe it's 3 hold on a full success. Yeah, 3 holds, so he can do quite a few things, really.
I have my ability just in case I need to defend myself too.
And I'll say those can be sort of reactionary type moves. So if something happens, yeah, within proximity of like him and Jug, I'd say yeah, he can help Jug out and maybe take damage for him or whatever it is that he needs to do. So Yelsef is there. He has used the defend move. Next up is Berwin Derivina, whom of which will, having nothing better to do, double move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 40. And those of you watching, he walks over to this like broke-ass statue in the wall and yanks and like reaches in and like pulls something, and it begins to like pieces crumbling away and barely holding together. It begins to like lift away into a back door, which looks like some kind of chute that goes down. And he turns around and says, "While you have been a delightful audience, I will take my leave. Goodbye." And he jumps in. And he says, "Megalo, follow!" as he takes off down the hole. My bad. I just realized I forgot a major thing. You spot over on this side of the room, over here, you spot an unconscious Phoebe Tinkerfen laying by the old broke-ass weapon racks on the other side of the room. Yeah, Berwin is gone.
Oh wow, I just realized that the Weeping Man is wearing the same shirt that Lex has.
It's very good for the sort of standard sailor look.
It is very good for that.
And up next is fighters. The fighter and the ranged fighter. The regular fighter, who's he gonna go for? I think he's going to... He probably would assume that Crawley has that handled. But he's gonna see the little elf thing running around the side of the room and try and block that and try and fight you. So 5, 10, 15. And try and get up in your face. Oops. I don't want to open files. So he is going to... Wrong screen. He is going to try and hit you. He's rolled an 18. And... He rolls a 5 on a d8 for damage, so he does 5 damage to you. Physical, so you subtract armor, whatever's appropriate.
I didn't hear the damage. What'd you say?
5. He rolled a 5.
I've got 3 armors, so that would be 2.
Yep. And next up is the ranged fighter, who is going to take aim after having moved. He's going to back 1 space this way. And he's going to take aim. He can't really shoot at Jug, so he's going to aim at Yelsif because that's his best target at the moment. And he's a fighter, so he does. Oof, 7. Yeah, no, he nervously pulls an arrow and whiffs pretty badly. All right. Next is. Oh, he was next anyways. Boar is up next. What would you guys like Boar to do? This feller here.
Probably say he goes after the goblin directly in front of him.
Okay. I'm moving up.
Since I apparently couldn't hit it.
Plain and simple. Where do you go? That's 16. Type something here. Okay. So what did I say? 16? Yeah, 16 total.
Yep.
So he's going to roll his damage, which is these 2 things. Best of 2d10. 5, 7 damage. 7 with 3 piercing against a goblin. Probably doesn't need all that. Oh, he does actually, because that goblin actually manages to live through that, surprisingly enough. But he is hurt like hell. I'm gonna say he cuts the fucking goblin's arm off. Not the one with the weapon, but just in the most beautiful flourish of like the most like super kung fu sort of Destiny type movie. Just does like the weird motions that they do and like chops his arm off and just flourishes back into his stance. Like foot outstretched, hand out, like he's full on. This is, you're looking at the Templar sovereign of Edlagan. He is definitely the Wind Man, fancy, Mr. Fancy Pants. And next on the board is Crawley. Everybody hold your breath.
Oh boy. So
with eyes looking at Manus, with eyes looking at Revian, and some eyes looking at Yelsif, we're gonna roll some dice. If I can find the right tab. There we go. Alrighty then. So first D10. Which one do I want to use? I'll use a multicolored one. So a 10. Dice for damage. So Revian, the eye with like a black iris looks over in your direction, and this beam void of color. Words? What was that?
I didn't hear a word you just said. You just went quick. It was weird.
Oh, your Discord must be lagging or something. Okay,
Something.
so the eye with the black iris looks in your direction from Crawley, and this beam void of color comes out of it, and it just seeps the life of you out of you, and you take 12 damage. That's a start. That is quite the start for old Crawley. Next on his list is Manus of Sins. That is that. Manus, roll plus strength and tell me which roll. Hello? Manus, are you there?
Did we lose Manus?
Yep.
Does he live?
I did a internet speed test. It's about half the normal speed for download.
So you must be having some kind of problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like it.
Oh, he's typing.
Can you hear me
Yeah, I saw.
now?
Oh, yep, there you are.
Yep.
I rolled a 15.
15. Okay. So
My
you
bad, I was
have
on my Wi-Fi. I shouldn't have been.
all right. So instead of 30 feet, you'll be moved 15 feet. So you see this kind of yellowish, whitish iris look at you, and you feel this like will come over you, not from within your body, but from around you. And you feel yourself move. I'm gonna say you're probably in this space. Give you the benefit of being further away, and he's gonna move you 15 feet. So 5, 10, 15, putting you back in his cone. And as you drop into his cone and you feel your magic kind of drop, you do feel the influence drop from you. And he does relinquish the hold to put you in. He moved you where he wants you, is what I'm trying to say. Back to the top of the order. Terragus, same thing. Skeleton 2. What die have I been having good luck with? I'm going to use the red die this time for him. So he is a +6 as per usual. I rolled a 4. Again. I rolled the same thing as his last turn. He
Did
rolls
we
a 10.
start rolling for him?
It's just not his night.
I just remembered. I forgot, because he was adjacent to Boar on his last turn, and I did not give him the +1. So that is an 11, because I didn't use his +1 forward yet. He still technically has it. Because +1 forward, you hold on to until you use it. But once you use it, it's gone. I forgot about that. So Lex, and I don't know if I used it for Tulit. Tulit has not used his. Yelsif has his as well. Jug, you also have a +1. Unless you used it. Did you use your +1 forward? I may have mentioned it on your turn. I'm not sure. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I think I used it whenever I went to my tech for Ollie.
Okay, so Tulit, Yelsif, and Jack, no longer Terragus, but Tulit, Yelsif, Lex, and Jack. Yeah. Fuck it, I'll say Lupa too. Lupa also. You all have a +1 forward that you can use at any moment to add to your d20 roll to help bump it up 1. So Terragus gracefully.
Is that everybody that was?
What's that?
Is that everybody that was standing around him in the corridor, or currently?
I'll say in the corridor. So you also have one, and Manus, you have one hanging around as well. Yeah, because you all were next to him when he did that. Okay, so yeah, so everybody that hasn't used it yet, you have a +1 forward. That's on me because as soon as I did it, I forgot that he did it. Okay. Weird mechanics, weird game. That's okay. We're having fun. So, Terragus, 11, he's going to roll his damage, which I believe is a D8. Pretty certain. It is... And he rolls a 3 against the Skelly Man. Your fate comes to you, He-Man.
I am not nice.
Yeah, and he actually
I've been
does
watching
it.
Masters of the Universe to go to bed like every night this week. Yeah.
What was that? There was a meme that I caught one time. It was like, "What's your social security number, He-Man?" Or something stupid like that. Okay.
Yeah, what's your social security number, He-Man?
Next up is Magalo, next of which Crystal in Hand jumps into the chute and disappears into the dark. Down through here on the other side of the room. Okay. That is his turn. They're out. They're gone. As far as you're aware. So next up is Jack.
Jack of Jacks.
Thinking. Oh, and it timed out. Wow.
Oh, really? I should just let you rejoin. If not, I'm on the screen so I can admit you, so it should be instant.
I'm thinking. Okay, so if the fighter over here is still active, can I roll to see if the eye's on me in my direction?
I'll say that you guys paying attention to, who was it? Revian first, and then who was the other? Jug. You guys get the kind of a sense of where everything is. Because you can see that Jug's armor stuff isn't currently active. His gauntlets aren't metal, like they have been turning after the little infused, the little glyphs that he got put on them. But Revian's armor is on. You can see that his vest actually is made of metal currently. So you have like these vague measurements to kind of see where you're at. If you want to see
Would they be
precisely,
able to see that my machinery would have just like turned off when he moved me back into his line of sight?
I'll say yeah, you definitely like it. It was noticeable because you were picked up and moved against your will. So you plus being moved by him, you probably know that that was his goal anyways. Not too hard to read there. But yeah, you still have that fuzz in your head, so that's kind of your little key to figuring out where you stand in his anti-magic.
Okay, so would I be able to
Yeah, you've got 30 feet of movement.
Okay, so I'm going to use my movement to get over here with Revion. So now we're kind of like, back to back with him. I'm thinking I'm going to use Mind Jack on him.
Ooh. Okay.
If you can, are you in Crowley's line or something?
What?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, then he's completely fine. Unless it's not.
Yeah, he's over there next to me now.
Yeah, no, then he should be perfectly fine, especially if you can.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I gotta roll for this.
Okay, so you roll plus wisdom. Ignore the numbers that are listed on the move. Read that as on a full success or on a mixed success, essentially.
Okay.
But you roll plus wisdom.
On a D what?
Okay, so a full success is a 19 plus. Everything under that down to an 11. 18 to 11 is a mixed success.
Okay, so I roll a D20, right?
Yeah, you roll a D20.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay. 9 plus
Your wisdom, which is plus 3.
11. On
Well,
the 10
listen.
plus, they obey your command. On the 7 to 9, choose.
Ignore the numbers. That's full success and mixed success. Because these are numbers listed for the 2d6 way that this game is normally played. This is an altered version that we're doing. That's why we're using the d20s. So under a 19, so 18 down to an 11 is a mixed success, which means you choose one from that little list there. They obey the command, but the execution leaves something to be desired, or they do not obey your command, but they are briefly stunned by the mental intrusion.
I'm going to go with, they obey the command, but the execution. I'm going to tell him to, okay, what is he holding in his hand?
Let's see if it actually, it's got a spear. It's just a spear.
Okay. I'm going to tell him to drop the spear.
Okay. Yeah, so he just standing there, just kind of like, Revian, you watch his eyes kind of gloss over for a second, as he kind of like looks down, sort of towards your like chest area, but like beyond, like he's not looking at you, and then he just kind of drops the spear as he seems cognizant again. And then he's just kind of like, huh, why did I do that? Just kind of confused by that. Very cool, very cool. I like that move. Next is the goblins. Alright, Goblin 1. That's an 8 plus 1, that's a 9. He fails. Goblin 2. 13. Where's the goblins? Goblins are at the top. Goblin 2. 13 against Boar. That is a d6 of damage. 3. He has no added damage, so just 3 damage against Boar. Probably doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah, because Boar has a lot of armor. Yeah, no, he doesn't even take any damage.
Yeah, he's pretty sturdy. The problem in the room is not the goblins or the skeleton or the fighters. They're just in the way. That's really all they are. Okay, next is Manus.
Well, first things first, I'm going to move over a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to... 1, 2... If I move about right here...
Let's see.
I'm out
Wait,
of the,
you came from here? Hang on.
Yeah, did I...
Because that's vertical that you're going there over the rocks. So that would be 15 to there, but going up the rocks, that's going to use the rest of your movement just probably to get to this one. You'll have to climb up.
Okay.
About 5 feet there.
I can, yeah. I'll climb up here and then I'll volley at fighter 1. I'll just launch my gauntlet at him from up there because my magic's back online, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Yes.
So roll plus dex.
So 16.
All right. So choose one and then roll your damage.
Ah, that was a 1.
Oof.
Let me get the
Just looking at these ring things to see if there was one that would be a bit more appropriate for if anybody picks the put in a spot.
What are the complications again that I pick one?
Give me just a second. Flip over. You have to move to get the shot, placing you in danger of the GM's choice, which is just you have to move to get the shot. You have to take what you can get, minus 1d6 damage, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1.
I'll move to take the shot. It's already only 1 damage, so.
Okay. There's one ring that just says dead. None of those really fit. There's something I can click on your character to do. Maybe not. Oh, wait. There's a little counter thing I can put on you. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. The little counter thing works perfectly for the little, you putting you guys in a spot thing. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, you fire off your gauntlet at fighter 1, you said, for 1 damage, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'll say you guys can, like, modify, tinker, mess with your weapons, and we can do a little chat later on about gaining weapons that don't have any added damage. So, like, your damage die, and then, like Revian's sword is like...
Forceful.
Does it have forceful?
I forgot about that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that does have an effect. That does have an effect. So the fighters, where'd they go? Ooh, they do have 1 armor. That's what I wanted to see. Do you have piercing?
No.
No.
It just has
Okay.
forceful.
They have 1 armor. However, you do move him. Yeah,
I'll move him.
Yeah, pick 5 feet in
I'll
one
move
direction.
him back out there.
Be about right there.
Give you guys some breathing room.
There you go. Yeah, you guys are still able to face him, but he just moves slightly. All right. Next up is Jug.
I'm also remembering looking at it. My
wait, hang on.
Fists have
Before we
forceful.
move on, you have a warrior bot. How many of them have warrior? Because they add to your damage, don't they, or is that to your roll?
Oh yeah, they do. Hold on.
I actually just remembered that because I think it adds to your damage.
They have
if I'm not
warrior
mistaken.
Level 2. It does add to my damage, so I think I get 4 to my damage.
That actually changes things.
So yeah, that's 5.
So that's 5 total. That's way better. That's way better. Okay,
I
so
completely
that's
forgot about that. Thank you.
4 damage. That leaves him at that number. And then you did 3 total originally against the Beholder.
Yes.
So that's, do the math. What is the, you have 2?
7.
So 7.
That was 7 total.
7 total then. So that's math.
That's so much better.
Oh yeah, that is so much better. That makes a difference. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I knew I took those little boys for.
I mean, he's the boss, so it's like it's only a smidgen technically, but I mean that's still that's a big difference.
Wait,
Just
what?
like rolling a single die and getting a set number. 'Cause that was
Wait,
your
what?
damage was making me weep.
He said it was the boss.
Look, I'm sorry. Just the way he said that came out like really, really bad.
Yep,
Jug
that was the
is up
boss.
next.
Get him, Jug.
And I'm also now looking at my weapon, which is fists. I have forceful too.
Yes, you have forceful just regularly, I think.
I think his
Yeah,
question was,
just-
would that have moved him when he hit him?
Well, my question, well, yeah, maybe it might have, but my question is, will it move him if I punch him?
I'm gonna say if you punch him, yes. I don't think it specifically. I'll say with your unstoppable force, if you choose to go your full 30 feet and they are not at the 30 feet mark, I'll say you can forceful move them with you to whatever space. But if not, they just kind of stay in front of you. You just kind of ram them, or you can move them 5 feet. That would make sense if you move them 5 feet. I don't know why I would. Yeah, I'll say the forceful applies. So choose your. If you want, you can choose a direction that he's moved in.
I don't know what
From
direction to
the last
move him
time.
in. I can't think of a direction to move him in. I just wanted to know if it would move him at all.
It can if
'Cause
you wanted to have moved him. I'll give you the option rather than.
You know, I won't move him since I forgot last time, but I'm gonna attack him, and
Okay.
this time with forceful, I'm gonna punch him in the direction.
Are you hack and slashing?
So
Is this the first like
I am.
regular hack and slash?
I can't think. There's nothing around me to really fling. I mean, I could technically throw Yosef, but he wouldn't. He
That would be
wouldn't
quite
take
funny.
damage. I had that ability all along. I could have been throwing people, and they take no damage.
Just grab him by his ankle and just
But
flick
nope,
him.
I'm.
Using people as weapons.
Be that village fight all over again with fucking Sharp's character.
So
A living club.
you just gotta beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
All right, so you just
All right.
punch him in the fucking eye.
Regular hack and slash.
Oh my god, I think this is the first Jug regular hack and slash.
I think it is.
Let's do it.
Because he usually uses grab if he's within 5 feet.
Does a 27 hit?
No. Just misses actually.
Well, fight against
Extra
rats.
D6.
Oh, yeah,
don't
an
forget.
extra
Yeah, don't
D6.
forget your
So-
D6.
Extra D6.
So I get a 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 1d4.
All
Let's
max,
go.
come on.
All high numbers. Max.
Don't forget you don't have the sharp winds. You lost one of your D4s extra.
He has
I
magic,
never used it.
doesn't he?
I never used it anyway because I
Well,
was
it's
in
on
the
your
magic
so
zone,
sharp
wasn't I?
winds is specific. It's specifically on your next hit.
I say I never used it. I never counted it for damage anyway, so it's gone now.
Well, I'll
'Cause
say
I
you
already
can
did my
just
next
we'll just
hit.
count it on this one because it would have applied last time anyways. I was just pointing
Would
out
have
that
you
like
applied
when,
with
like
the anti-magic cone.
I'll say quick
oh
question.
yeah,
Am I
that's
not in the
true. I
magic?
forgot. Yeah, it
That's
wouldn't
why I
have
never
worked
used
anyways.
it.
That's true. That's
It
true.
went away.
Anti-magic.
Am I
cone.
still in the
Very
cone?
tricky
Can't-
even for me. So yeah, it would just
You're
be
directly in front of him in the middle of the cone.
yeah. You're directly in front of him in the middle of the cone, facing down.
Okay, yeah. Just
holder
making
known
sure.
as
That's why.
crawler.
That's why I didn't. That's why I never used it, and I'll just say it's
Yeah,
gone.
I totally keep like disconnecting one thing from another with this fucking magic cone. It's only on really
Harder to
specifically
remember.
weird things too. It's like Terragus. I haven't forgot. Boar, I haven't forgot. Tulit, Yelsif, I haven't forgot. But it's like really specific things that I keep forgetting.
Okay.
What is the
I
result,
did
Mr. 27?
11 damage.
Ooh, that's a good one. Very nice. So
Ooh, nice too.
let me do a little bit of math here. That's
I jump up and whip him with my tail. And I move him back, however much forceful moves him back.
Have you ever
that was
used
a
your
good one.
tail to-
5
Have you
feet.
ever made the suggestion of using your tail to stab things?
My tail to stab things?
Yes.
My tail is, I could pick up shit with a tail, but I mostly just use it as another fist if need be.
Okay, so you can't stab things.
I have not used a single fucking weapon except stuff I can throw, or my hands, this entire campaign. No weapons, only body.
Only fists. And choking people to
Only
death.
fists. And choking people. I did do that, yeah.
Was
I can
ever
trust
choking a
people,
troll to death with my tail?
He
He literally wrapped himself around the troll and then grabbed his tail and just
Yeah, I was gonna
crushed his
kill
fucking
Gallo,
larynx.
but he ended up leaving, so I'm just gonna beat up Corelli, I guess.
All right, so
that's all I can do.
beefy
she
amount
wrote-
of damage done on that turn there. Did you pick a 5 feet of a direction you wanted him to go?
Shit. I don't know what way would benefit. I can't see the screen. I don't know which way
mean,
you're
you're
looking.
mainly
Would probably benefit more than
probably
anything.
just be straight back, or in one of the adjacent spaces. So like, not directly to the left or the right, but like 5 feet straight back, or 5 feet this way, or 5 feet that way at an angle.
I could roll. I'll say I could roll a D4 and be like, 1 is back, 2 is to the right, 3 is to the left, and 4 would be not towards me, but I guess we'll say 4 and 1 are back.
All right, go for it.
1.
That or
All right, I pushed him 5 feet back.
So just straight back 1 space.
Just straight back.
Okay,
it also shifts the cone slightly.
just slightly, just a smidge. Okay, and that is adjusted from my end. All right, which is actually a lot easier in this version of Owlbear, I will add. Revian, you are up next. Fighter 1 in front of you. Now, he's looking roughed up a bit. Not on death's door, but he's taking a couple hits. Manus
I know
fired
the
his
feeling
fist
this is
off,
the
and
lowest I've been so far.
Manus, in a weird shard of time in your mind, wasn't doing very well. But you, for some reason, you come back to reality and realize, oh, he's been quite effective actually.
He's been quite effective.
That must be the fucking that Elder Scrolls theory. Each Elder Scrolls is a different game. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna
against...
hack and slash. I'm gonna hit the fighter with my sword,
Okay, hack and slash plus wisdom.
which is 19.
Very nice. That is an extra d6 of damage.
And I've got my messy. Oh, let's see what I got. 4,
Lex,
5,
you're coming
6,
up soon,
7.
and then Tulit and Yelsif are coming up, so keep that in mind.
I got 9 total with 2 piercing. Again.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, so Fighter 1 is dead.
As an extra, would it be possible to grab some ball bearings from my pocket during this turn?
I'd say if you're not moving, yeah, that's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it.
All right, up next is Lex. Whoever wants to be thinking about it, Tulit and Yelsif are coming up. So keep those two in mind. Come up with what your plan is for them. While we go through Lex's turn, what would you like to do, pal? Don't forget about Lupa as well. So Lupa,
Yes.
we'll just go with your turn, by the way.
Yes. In fact, I'm going to do a thing. I need to detach these two at some point, but I ordered Lupa to actually hit the goblin here, and we pincer attack since we can.
Okay.
both move.
So just kind of split to each side. That's absolutely. Which, let me flip to Lupa's stats.
I have dispatched.
Because hers is ferocity, so I'll say... I forget the exact mechanic of the... Does it add to your roll, or does it add to your damage on that?
I think it adds to my damage. It's under the ranger play sheet.
Yeah, I know. Hang on, I'm about to open it. Let me look. Okay. Ferocity to your damage. Very cool. All right. So go ahead and roll. Are you doing a hack and slash?
Yes.
Okay, so hack and slash. So roll plus your strength. D20.
Ooh, what's my strength modifier here?
Plus 3.
3, so.
Plus 3.
21.
21, very nice. You get an extra d6 of damage on top of your regular damage.
My regular damage on my die is a d6. Okay, so that's 2d6.
Yep, 2d6 of damage.
7 in total, both together.
Okay, and then plus 3. So 10.
10. Dang.
10 damage, very nice. Good numbers.
Ooh. Nice.
All right. After that little correction with Manus's damage, we're actually racking up the damage here. Doing good, doing good.
All right.
I don't know that we'll finish this fight tonight because it is 11:30, but...
Oh, wait, that's 2 piercing, too, because the diamond sword.
Okay, so that would be... Hang on. That's 10 with 2 piercing, you said?
I think it's 2. What was my diamond sword stats again? I think it was just 2 piercing.
I don't actually know. Did I write that down?
I think it had elegant or something.
Right
There's
here.
another stat
It may
that's
have
similar
fallen
to
off,
the...
But I put it right here, but you're not turning the TV back on. It is...
I don't think I actually wrote it down. I know we talked about it. I do think it was 2 piercing, though. I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2 piercing.
Okay, so... Let me do some math here. That number, I think. Yeah. Okay. Up next is Tulit and then Yelsif. What would you guys like the 2 paladins to do? Tulit's still facing off against the goblin if you want him to deal with that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Okay. So Tulit,
keeping him engaged.
15, so he best 2d8 there. So 4 plus 3 is 7 damage. 7 damage base. Let me look at the goblin's health. That's goblin 1. That's 7, right?
Yep.
That comes up to that. Alright. Yeah. Juliet, I did that wrong. How did I manage to do that?
You forget the armor?
No, I did the backwards math. I have 8 health, and I was subtracting the 2 armor, but I did it backwards and put 5 as the remaining health instead of 3 as the remaining health.
Yeah.
Math. Oh wait, no. No, that's right. 7. I was thinking 8 because their health is 8. That's confusing. Numbers are so close together. Okay. Next up will be Yelsif standing next to Jug. Any suggestions? He's still got 3 hold for his defend move to react with. If you want, he can kind of,
regardless of what he does.
Yeah, he's got it. He's holding it. It's a hold.
So that he can attack and still have the hold.
I was gonna say I'll give you guys the option of just having him his move for the turn be that he just sticks with Jug. So if Jug moves, he'll move. Up to 30 feet. Do we want to do that?
Well, I figured Jug's gonna go right after Crawley again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Yelsif's gonna stick with Jug either way, if he moves forward and attacks, he still has the 3 hold in case something goes wrong. And he's still close
it's
to
essentially
Jug.
just a reactionary measure if you want him to hit something.
I want him to. I think he should hit Crawley.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll step up. He'll step up a space there. That's 10 plus. That's 13.
Basically, everybody but Terrius is hit.
Tergus is hit once, and he actually did. He had a decent hit. Ooh, that's an 8. 8 plus 3. That's 12 damage. 11 damage.
That's 11.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh,
So
That's a hefty little punch.
yeah, he doesn't have piercing. 11 damage. Which screen? There it is. I had the wrong screen. There we go. I moved my screens, my little tabs around in Notepad to make them better. At 11 damage total. That's math. Here we go. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he cuts into Crawley, and Crawley looks unsatisfied and unhappy. Next up is not them, because they are out of the order. Ranged fighter, whom of which is gonna back up 10 feet this way. And he's gonna aim at Yelsif, being his best target here.
I am out of time here.
Yeah, I was pointing out that we'll have to probably pick this up, because this is a long fight that we're in for here. We're making good progress, so these big hits are coming in handy. So yeah, ranged fighter, no luck. Arrow, draw, whiff, nothing. Next up is Boar. I guess we'll get back to the top of the round to Terragus's turn, and we'll stop before he takes his turn. So what would you guys like for Boar to do?
Should he attack Goblin?
Let's have him take out the Goblin.
Yeah, just have him finish the goblin.
Absolutely, finish the Goblin off.
That Goblin's probably on his last leg too, because I just...
That Goblin is, you're right, he is not doing well.
He got like 3 HP.
He is not smiling.
Sneeze on him and he should die.
Somebody should just go up and slap him.
Just... Oh, must have been the wind.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
must have
gentle
been the wind.
breeze. A gentle breeze. Just
17. That's a 20 for Boar. So yeah, he definitely hits it, and then he's gonna do. Where'd they go? Best of 2d10.
Don't forget
plus
his
3
1d6.
damage, Plus 2
Don't
damage.
forget his 1d6. He got
His
20.
1d6.
No, he's an NPC. They don't do the 1d6.
Oh yeah, fine.
That's a 2. Fortunately, he gets plus 2 damage and 3 piercing, so that's a million. Yeah, Goblin 2 is definitely going to survive this fight. He's going to make it home to his wife and kids. Next up is Crawley. Crawley, whom of which is unhappy with the direction of this fight and how it is going, watching all the little minions fall. There is no... You don't see any... With seeing his companions leave, you don't see any sort of, like, dissatisfaction with that, which you probably assume he definitely saw that. He has many eyes. But he seems content with being in the room here with you all.
He's the distraction.
He's going to take it on the chin and be happy about it. Or as you know, we're going to use the sparkly dark die for him. Nope, don't need that because that's not how he works. I will use this one. First target, before I forget, is going to be Yelsif because that's who just hit him. And then after that, he's going to look at the other two because those are the only other two he can hit for now. So, yeah, Yelsif. Then he's going to hit Manus and then Revian. Oh, wait, no, Jack has appeared. And he can see Jack better. So Yelsif, Jack, and then Revian. That's what we're going to do, right to left. So 6 for Yelsif, which is telekinetic ray, which means Yelsif needs to roll plus his strength, which is a +3, just like all of his other stats. Yelsif does not succeed at all, and he has moved 30 feet away from Crawley, which is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20,
Will his defensive
25,
skill do anything?
30. Nope. That is
Damn.
not the kind of thing that they will deal with, because this is not damage. This is just simply picking him up and moving him away. Like, it quite literally, where did it go? The target is a creature. It must succeed on a strength saving throw, or the beholder moves it up to 30 feet in any direction. Period. And it is restrained by the telekinetic grips ray, which is what Manus got lucky because he put him in his own cone in order to put him back in it and keep him from hitting him. So with him doing that, Manus, your little counter thing fades because he didn't use it within that round. Next target for his thingy is going to be Jack. I raise time. He rolls a 2. Okay, Jack. Roll and add your Constitution modifier, D20 plus con. One more eye ray, and then we will wrap it up for this week.
17.
17.
Well, it's nothing. It's just 17.
Okay.
Just a reminder, fellas, if I go down, I have a potion on my body.
Ooh.
I'm at 9 hit points.
There's gonna be some really bad luck if it gets higher than 17.
I usually try to mention this before the fights, by the way, but in this grim moment of like pointing out that he has a health potion on him if he goes down, I will remind you guys, this is the kind of fight. I know you guys have been laying waste to the fucking minions. Regardless, this is still a fight where characters will die. So do keep that in mind, and don't get mad at me if you die.
Ooh,
X also got the cloak that has 1 health potion still attached to it too.
yes.
Yeah. And I have my healing spells.
Right, you said 17, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do this is the same way I did it before. I can read these. I don't know why I said that. We're gonna put this on you. Okay, so don't take that as like the full effect. What that means is you're gonna do half. Everything that you do, your movement is gonna be halved, and you won't be able to move and attack on the same turn for the next several turns coming up. So to re-clarify, you can move about 15 feet, or you can attack something. But you're currently out of the fuzz in your head is gone. So the magic's on. Magic's turned on currently, as far as what you can tell. But you feel your body kind of sort of lock up, and then as it tries to get really bad, you shrug off some of it, and you retain a bit of control.
That's the one I had before. That's why I started throwing cannonballs at him.
Yeah, that is the Paralyze Ray.
Oof.
That is a 3 for Revian. Fear Ray. Wisdom. Roll plus Wisdom.
I got a 21.
Okay, yeah, you shrug off the Fear Ray completely with a full success. And that is where we will pick up next week. I'm going to write a little sticky note to remind myself that Jack is not fully paralyzed.
We're about to get a bunch of XP after this.
You could always just write a little note beside him on the screen so we make sure you don't lose the note.
Well, I was just going to stick it
Yeah,
in my dice tray. So not to clutter up the screen too much. There's already a lot on it.
Yes.
I'm less likely to miss a neon pink, like super bright sticky note. It's just like last session. I'm not going to do end of session yet. We'll do end of session and wrap up the whole dungeon in one.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of experience.
Indeed.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah,
Has everybody been keeping track of their fails?
I failed like one time.
don't think
I
I
don't
got
know
a
if
fail.
I don't think I
It'll be.
failed.
It's going to be a lot
I
for
think I
this
failed this
game,
session.
plus the end of session stuff. So there's going to be some people hitting level 10 probably.
I am.
I was about to say I forgot. I need to
5
remember to
away.
use my new move I have because I'm level 10.
I'm 5 away from level 10.
All right, I'm gonna get off here. So I'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, so I'm pretty sure I only got 1 EXP for that. On fail, how much do I currently have? 8. I have 8.
I think Terrigus is leveled up by now with his fucking failures.
Well, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
See you next weekend.
Night.
Good night.
See you.
See you next week.
Night.
All right, gentlemen, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
That is a really good question.
Are we wanting to...
160, by the way.
Shit, that got louder.
It did.
Okay.
Oh.
Tomorrow I'm gonna fucking take out my new graphics card and put my old one in and see if that fixes my computer.